Okay, welcome back. And this morning I'd like to mention what we've been up to a little bit. Our photographer Robert has gone over to the Polish show. He was home visiting family and what have you, and went to a show over there. A huge show. I think they had 1,200 to 1,400 models over there.
Well,
speaking of shows.
That's amazing, yeah.
And I think it was like their second or third show only. So, I mean, the guys, yes, they're modeling here in Ontario and in the United States, but holy smokes.
It's a global phenomenon.
It's catching fire big time.
That's great. That's good to see.
To have a model show with 1,400 models, I mean, that's World Expo territory. IPMS Nationals,
Yes,
and that sort of stuff.
absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So Robert brought back from Poland IBG's latest kit, the TKS. And so David's been putting it together over the last week or so, and I'll turn this over to Dave to chat about the new kit and carry on, Dave.
Yeah, it's I've had fun putting it together. It's a small kit, as you can see here. It's about the same size as a 72nd scale kit, and we'll be talking about this in different episodes going forward. And I built one of their kits in the past. I built a little Hungarian Turan 1, which is a little tank, and it's I should have brought it with me today for comparison. I forgot to, but it's about just a little bit smaller than this. So this
but this is 35th scale.
But this is 35th scale, exactly. So it's quite small. It's very petite. It comes with a full interior, which I've got some of the key elements of here put together. I've done some detailing, and I have a book which is over here. So this is essential reference if you're doing this vehicle. So this is a book I picked. I can't remember where I picked this up. I don't know if I picked it up at a hobby store or at one of the shows or whatnot. But I've had this kit in my stash forever, and I think I'm just gonna, after seeing this, I'm just gonna throw this kit out because it's night and day difference in terms of the quality of them all. But there's a lot of small parts, and in particular the tracks. The tracks are absolutely tiny, and here it's link and length. So you've got some pieces of track that are longer, which is good, but to go around the drive sprocket and the idler, you have these individual. So cutting these out, you need to have a razor saw to get them out properly. So it's a bit of a tedious process, but I'm sure.
Yeah, you can't pinch them off with tweezers, can you?
No, I tried that with a few of them and ended up breaking them.
Yeah.
And even with some of these, I mean, these aren't god hand quality, but they're not bad. They're kind of a bit of a knockoff. Even with these, they still leave a bit of a nib you have to clean up. So I think using one of these razor saws to pull them off is the way to go. And I've done, and by virtue of the reference here, I've just done a little bit of detailing up, just putting on top of the transmission here, putting not an axis, but a screw top for putting in transmission fluid. I've added some bolt detail here on this piece here, the transmission. I've added on the side here. I've added some bolts on the suspension, again, all by virtue of having the references here. So, I mean, if you're going to build this vehicle, try and get this book, or I'm sure if you go online and you Google it, there's probably plenty of references.
Because I can't get that book here at Hornet Hobbies in 2018. So you'd have to go to a secondary source for that,
but it's a nice, I think it'll be a bit of a jewel of a kit. And the nice thing about this is that there's a lot of hatches on it that you can open up so that you can actually see all of the work that's going into the interior. So I think as I progress with this, I'll provide small updates on it. I don't know that we'll do a full on camera painting or weathering or whatnot, so I'll probably just show it and talk a little bit about what I've done to it. We'll keep focusing on things like the MX-13, and I think we'll do after that. We'll probably do a Stug, an early Stug and Panzer Grey type of thing. So, but nice.
We'll just keep this close to us as far as you progressing with it. And now in combat, Davey, this was basically an armored machine gun. Is that what the process was for this?
I'd say so.
For that?
Yeah, I'd say so. Robert compared it to the two guys with an MG42, but minus the armor plating on it. So it's pretty. I mean, it's a neat vehicle for sure, and it's it's you don't see a lot of you don't see any of these built up at the shows. So I imagine now with IBG getting into the game, and this becoming the best version of this on the market in any scale, I think. This is the 20mm cannon version. They're coming up with the machine gun version as well, and I don't know if they're planning different versions after that, but it'll be interesting to see. But nice little kit, full interior, well appointed. There's always opportunities to do a little bit of added detailing on it, especially if you have good references.
I should have them here at Hornet Hobbies, late summer, and IBG's. The nice thing about IBG is they think outside the box. I mean, they're never going to bring out a Sherman tank. They're never going to bring out a Tiger tank. They're going to bring out neat little things like this. Little corners of a diorama that, need a little space filler.
Yeah.
These are excellent little things for that. So
yeah, and my only previous experience with them is that little Terran 1 tank, and that was a gem of a kit to put together and a lot of fun. And I think this will be a similar experience just because of the again the size of it. It's so small. So I think next time when I have a little bit more done on this, I'll bring the Terran 1 just for a comparison. I wasn't smart enough to do that this morning. So, but
it's only 6:30. It's
Davey needs to sleep. But a fun little. So I think the next thing will be to get the tracks on, which this will be the most challenging part of the kit by far. Is to get these on and
straight.
And you have to, and it's the type of thing where I think you probably have to paint. You have to build everything in situ and paint it all in situ.
Right.
So, I'll probably end up painting the interior first before buttoning everything up. We'll have all of the tracks on, and I think it'll be one of those things where you have to paint everything on the vehicle, with maybe a few different exceptions. But
and once again, because so many of us have upped our game a little bit. I can just see Dave that putting those tracks on is going to be a nightmare.
This is one of the tracks here. This is an individual track length.
Yeah, so it's like a quarter of an inch.
It's a labor. Tops. It's a labor of love. Yeah, it really is. But I think but it's by far the best version of this vehicle out there, and it's it's nice that one of the larger manufacturers are finally paying attention to some of the early war Polish armor. So
awesome. Well, thanks for bringing that out, Dave.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
We'll see you next time. Thanks.